Bonjour everyone and welcome if this is your first time. Today's video is going to be a pick-a-pile reading around what you need to hear right now. So we are going to be pulling cards intuitively. This is going to be a free-flowing kind of reading and we will be pulling messages around what you need to hear right now, what your soul needs to hear right now for your highest good. This is going to be a timeless reading, so it does not matter when you find this video, there should hopefully be a message there for you. If you don't know how these kinds of pick-a-pile reading works, in a moment I will guide you to choose a pile for you. Each pile is going to contain a different message. You don't have to force anything, just simply notice the pile that is calling out to you the most, as this is where your reading will be. In the description box you're going to find timestamps to take you straight to your reading. You can always choose more than one pile if you feel called to do so. Trust your inner guidance, trust your intuition, it will not lead you astray. In the description box you'll also find all the names of the decks I'm using today, as well as all of my other social media links. And for today's reading, as you can see, I have 3 different decks and 3 different crystals. For my pile number 1, you can choose thanks to this piece of ocean jasper, which looks like this. And the backings of the deck for my pile number 1 look like this. If this particular deck or crystal are calling to you, then your message could be in pile number 1. For my pile number 2, the crystal associated is a piece of amazonite. And the backings of the deck for my pile number 2 are these. Again, if these backings or the crystal associated are calling to you, your message could be in pile number 2. Finally, for my pile number 3, the crystal associated is a piece of celestite. And the backings of the deck look like this. So if the crystal or these backs are calling to you, then your message could be in pile number 3. If you need a little bit more time to choose the pile for you, I invite you to take some deep breaths, release any tension you are holding into your body, unclench your jaws, relax your shoulders, come back to yourself. You can pause the video if you need, and once you're ready, I will see you in your reading starting now. Okay, my pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the ocean jasper or if you chose this particular deck, this is going to be the reading for you. This is actually the Coastal Curiosity Oracle. Make sure again to leave all the names of the decks I'm using down below, but you're going to see it's a very beautiful nature-inspired oracle, and we're going to start using this one. I have a lot of decks surrounding me. I've pulled quite a lot. I felt called to have a lot of tools around me, and I'll see which ones are being called at the moment. As I said in the intro, it's going to be a very free-flowing reading. We're going to see what messages we can get around what you need to hear right now. So let's get straight in. What does my pile number 1 need to hear at this moment in time? We have the forage card. Let's pull a few. What do you guys need to hear at this moment in time, whenever you're finding this video? What is it that your soul needs to hear? Whoop. We had a jumper, we have grand, okay. Let's pull one more. And we have passive, okay. My pile number 1, the first thing that I'm hearing with forage, grand, and passive. Some of you guys might be focused right now on a big manifestation, a big goal, a big dream you have, something that feels very shiny, that feels very grand, right? So maybe some of you are working really hard at work towards a promotion. Maybe if you have your own business, you're working really hard towards launching a new service or a new product. Maybe it is in your family life, you have a specific goal you're working towards. Maybe you guys are organizing your holiday, whatever. Something right now, it feels like you guys are working extra hard, spending a lot of time, energy, money, intention and work towards a specific goal that feels very shiny, very bright, very exciting. Like I said, a holiday, a project at work, a finance goal, a personal goal, like personal life. Maybe it's related to day-to-day life routine, physical health, whatever it may be. Something related to your hobbies, whatever. There's something that you're working towards that feels very shiny, very exciting, very grand, right? And you're pouring a lot of efforts towards that. And the first thing that I'm hearing is that there could be almost too much energy being poured into that one singular avenue of your life at the detriment of other areas right now. Maybe right now you guys are struggling a little bit with some balance in your life. Maybe you're spending too much time at work and you're forgetting to spend time on your family life, on your like friendships, on your hobbies, whatever it may be. Maybe you are overly focused on this one particular goal and forgetting about other areas of your life, right? It feels like this grand project, this grand dream, this exciting gold thing in your life, this very shiny, like sparkly thing that you are pouring a lot of effort and intention towards. It's almost overshadowing other areas, to the detriment of having more balance in your life. So that's the first little message here, is maybe it's an invitation right now to invite more balance into your life. Is there's a way for you to, like I said, if you feel like you're spending too much time on your work, maybe it's an invitation to pull out a little bit, spend more time with your family or with your friends, or doing things related to your hobbies or related to self-care, whatever, right? This is an invitation for more balance in your life. You guys are going all out towards this shiny thing, which is fantastic. It's exciting, right? With forage, we see you guys are really digging deep into your resources. You're pouring a lot of love, a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of money even towards this thing. I don't know, maybe someone is renovating your house, for example, and they're spending all their weekend renovating this house, all their evening after work, they're spending it renovating this house, all the money they have, all the holidays, they're pouring it towards, which is great. The house is, it's progressing. This dream you have, it's making progress, but maybe it means that you're not seeing your friends anymore because every time they say, hey, do you want to go for a coffee? You're like, no, sorry, I got to work on renovating my house. And so this is a little bit of the universe being like, hey, you know what? The house won't go anywhere just because you take one afternoon to have a coffee with your friend. You can continue your work towards that the next day, next week, whatever, but it's probably a good idea to take a little bit of a time off to spend time with your friend, go see your parents, or maybe just go and I don't know, go for a walk or go to your gym class. Like, it's important to, first the message I'm really hearing from my panel one is bring back some balance into your life. You guys might need that a little bit, as it seems like you are consumed a lot by this big project, which is great, but maybe it is to the detriment of other areas of your life. It's giving temperance vibe. Okay, let's pull more card. Let's see what else we have. Any other message regarding my pile number one? We have light. Beautiful. Okay, metamorphosis. Okay, I love that. And we had the nest that jumped out. Yeah, so with the nest, we have a confirmation that some of my pile number one, obviously not everyone, but some of you are really working hard towards your environment where you live. Like I said, it could be related to your home, renovating your home, moving home, changing home, taking care of your home, and that's taking a lot of time. Someone, like if you have to move, if you have to change home, anything like that, that takes a lot of energy. So of course it's gonna be at the forefront of your mind right now, and yet you are invited to, like we talked about, bring a bit more balance into your life and not focus solely on that right now, as it could lead to a feeling of burnout, right? So we want to bring a bit more balance. We also have metamorphosis and light. This thing you're working towards, I really see it achieved and leading to success. So whatever it is you're working towards, whether it's a home, I gave the example of a home renovation, but it could be, like I said, you are working towards a promotion at work or a big project at work. You are launching a business or a side hustle. You are launching a new service. You have this holiday you're working towards to plan, and then, you know, maybe it's a big family reunion that happens only once in a while, and you're organizing that, a wedding, whatever. Something you guys are working towards that feels exciting but takes a lot of time and effort. It will succeed. Okay, so if you guys were feeling doubtful about that, there's confirmation here. We have eggs in both of these cards, giving the idea of like things being burst into the world, right? So it's definitely giving us good sign that this endeavor will be successful, that your efforts will not be in vain. And I'm hearing you definitely won't be the same person once this thing is achieved with a metamorphosis. So that's interesting, because even though this goal you have might be very related to day-to-day life, material life, right, something quite grounded, spiritually, it's also affecting you a lot, in the sense of it's part of your evolution, and it's teaching you a lot of lessons, and it's making you becoming a different person. There's lessons there that are helping you move forward on your spiritual journey as well. So if I go back to the example of someone renovating your house, again, you don't have to be, you know, part of this example. It's just so you understand the idea, right? Let's say someone renovating your house, whilst this project is very material based, it's very related to day-to-day matter, routine, finances, material things. The idea of them doing that, it's also going to teach them a sense of self-confidence, because by the end of it, they'll be like, wow, I really did that by myself. So there will be a sense of pride there. They were going to gain confidence in themselves. They might gain also a sense of pride, self-accomplishment, and all of those things are not tied to material things, right? It's more like feelings, emotions, and it will be useful for that person for the rest of their life. These emotions, these feelings, that's the idea. It's like whatever you guys are working toward right now, it's not just, whilst it may be very heavily focused on the material realm, there will be benefits that you will reap that are tied to more emotional things and spiritual things, and it's tied to your soul's evolution. There's lessons there that you're learning that are going to be useful for the rest of your life. So that's also very interesting. Okay, let's pull some more cards. Let's see what else. Oh, we had a jumper. We have disjointed. Yeah, I said some of you are needing a bit more balance right now, in the sense of by pouring all your energy towards this dream, it's great. Again, we see success here. We see something grand. It's exciting. You will succeed, right? Whatever you guys are thinking of doing, launching your business, whatever, you're gonna succeed, but you don't want to succeed at the cost of your inner peace and at the cost of your well-being. So really, there's a big warning sign here from the universe of saying, hey, you know what? It's okay to take some time off. It's okay to rest. It's okay to see a bit more your friends if you've been spending time on your own a lot, or if you've been spending a time a lot with people, it's okay to take time for yourself and you know, be a bit of a hermit for a little bit, you know. Listen to your soul's guidance, my pile number one. As I see, like this disjointed card is feeling like there's a sense of being stretched thin, and you want to make sure that, like an elastic, you're not stretched too thin to the point of snapping, right? Let's see what else. I think we had another jumper. We have alignment, identifying with or matching personal auric frequency, harmonization. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, identifying what is best for you and releasing what is not. Again, for me, this is confirmation that whatever you guys are, whatever your endeavor right now, this grand thing, this shiny thing you're working towards, it's gonna succeed. There's an idea of it really matching your soul's like frequency, and it being not just a financial goal, a material goal, like, you know, day-to-day goal, very real, like real life goal, but something that will also, like we talked about, affect you on a spiritual and soul level. So please let me know in the comment what it is you guys are working on. I'd love to know, because I feel like it's something that whilst it's very based in our dimension, there are ripple effects happening also in the other realms, in the spiritual realms, in your soul's journey, which is super exciting. So I love that for you guys. Okay, let's see what else. We're gonna pull, see if there's anything else my pile number 1 needs to know. We have betrayal, scar. Forgiveness is not about condoning, it's about releasing yourself from the burden of pain. Don't beat yourself up as well, my pile number 1, just because maybe you've been spending too much time at work, or you've been spending too much time on your own and not seeing your friends or your family or whatever it is, you know. Don't beat yourself up for going all out towards this project and pouring all your energy towards it. If you felt the need to do that, it's because you feel passionate about it, it's because you feel called to do so, it's something that your soul is craving. So don't beat yourself up, even though right now you might be realizing, okay, I overdid it, I need to rein myself back a little bit, I need to bring more equilibrium and balance, I need to, you know, maybe bring more harmony into my life. There's no point berating yourself for that. You don't have to be critical of yourself, right? It shouldn't lead to shame, this. So definitely don't take this as like a punishment and the universe being like, you've been so bad for spending too much time at work, for example. No. This is just a little like warning sign of being like, hey, maybe you could benefit from resting a little bit more, or hey, maybe you could benefit from, you know, balancing your work life, home life, family life a little bit more, or whatever it is, right? Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't berate yourself. This is not meant to be a punishment again. It's just this is like, you know, the whole point of the reading, what your soul needs to hear for your highest good. Pull some more cards. Let's see what else is coming through for my pile number 1. Let's see if there's any other messages for you guys. What do you need to hear at this moment in time? We have the ocean. Find serenity in the infinite. You will find inner peace and your mind will be calm when you will feel a sense of harmony and connection with the world. Yeah. There's really a big reinforcement here of the idea of how can you bring more harmony into your life? How can you bring more inner peace and a sense of equilibrium? I think if I had to summarize the reading for you guys, it's a message of encouragement. It's saying whatever you guys are working towards, it's gonna work out. It's really this big shiny thing you're working towards, this dream, whatever. I really see it succeeding. Just make sure that whilst you are working towards it, you don't burn out. Make sure you're trying to bring more harmony into your life, that you're not dedicating all your time, all your energy, all your money towards this one thing, as right now there's a need of more balance, but trust in your vision and you will succeed, my pile number 1. Okay, that's exactly what I see for you guys. So I hope that this message brought you something of value. I hope it resonated. If it did, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. Until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose this piece of Amazonite or if you chose this particular deck, this is going to be the reading for you. This is actually called the Threads of Fate Oracle. Again, I'll make sure to leave everything in the description box. Beautiful. It's giving a little bit celestial, cosmic vibe. So I'm excited to pull these cards for you guys. As I said in the intro, today's reading, we're not using any spread. We're really just doing a free-flowing reading, fully intuitive, just seeing what the universe wants to tell you around what you need to hear at this moment in time. So let's go straight in, my pile number 2. What do you need to hear right now? What message has the universe for you? What does my pile number 2 need to hear? We have compassion. Beautiful. Let's pull some more cards. What do you guys need to hear at this moment in time? We have the pillar. Okay. Let's pull one more. Whoop. We have a jumper. And we have ascension. Ooh, I love that. How gorgeous is this? For my pile number 2, straight away, I can see that this is a moment of spiritual significance for my pile number 2. There's something here happening related to your spiritual journey, your soul evolution, and your spiritual path, right? With this pillar, at the center. You guys are at this moment in time whenever you're watching this, you are about to step into a portal, and this like metaphor in terms of your life path, your soul's purpose, your soul's journey. This is a portal of evolution, of ascension, of I'm hearing judgment in tarot. So you, like a Pokemon, becoming the evolved version of yourself, right? You're about to step through the portal and become a 2.0 version of yourself. And this is really on a spiritual level. So whilst in day-to-day life it could be seeming like not much is happening internally right now, you are like a butterfly that is coming out of its cocoon and finding it has wings. This is a really important time in your life, my pile number 2. I don't know what's going on. Please let me know in the comments if you feel called to, but I really feel like this time there's a momentum and you are about to step into a huge evolution, a huge moment of ascension. You are like truly like a butterfly finding out it has wings. And we're talking here about something really tied to your spiritual journey. So some of you might be going through a spiritual awakening. I would not be surprised if some of you have lived your life in a way that is quite down to earth. If you were not really interested in things related to the spiritual realms, your intuitive gifts, anything like that, and lately you've just had this like momentum to awaken, if I can say that, and you're finding yourself a lot more tuned into the more subtle energies of the world, into the vibrations of the world, people's auras, your intuitive gifts. Some of you are connecting very strongly with your intuition and finding out you have like intuitive gifts that you can tap into. I'm hearing clairvoyance for some of you, clairaudience, dreams. Some of you are at this moment in time stepping into your power through your dreams. What you're dreaming of is very potent, it has meaning. Some of you are finding out certain gifts or awakening to certain gifts that you have, certain talents. It's like what I'm hearing is that your soul had like inner gifts, inner talents, right? But maybe they were dormant this whole time, and something has happened or is happening right now at the time of you watching, where your soul can finally claim back those gifts and wake them up. Okay, so it's almost like you've had this receipt to collect these gifts this whole time, but it just wasn't the right time for you to go and collect it. And right now, this moment in time, with the pillar card, you are about to step into this like metaphorical portal. You are on this path of evolution, of ascension, and you're finally able to claim those dormant gifts and reawaken to your full potential. This is so exciting. It's a powerful message from my pile number 2. So don't be afraid if right now you're finding out, wow, my dreams are really potent, or if you find that your intuition is on fire, if you're seeing a lot more in terms of clairvoyance, if you feel like you are seeing more signs, if you feel like you are potentially getting more intuitive messages and synchronicities. Like, I see a path of alignment with my pile number 2. I see some of you reclaiming gifts that were dormant, in the sense of it could be here talking about things related to your creativity, reconnecting with drawing, singing, painting, dancing, and reclaiming your talent in those areas. Writing, some of you are reconnecting with that as your gift. It's really powerful. With the compassion, I don't want to go back to this particular card, because I'm hearing some of you might be feeling just naturally led to gaslit yourself, in the sense of maybe you guys are seeing a lot of synchronicities, your intuition is growing, you're seeing a lot of signs, but you don't trust yourself that those are signs, right? It's like I'm hearing gaslighting yourself. I'm hearing that some of you are like, yeah, sure, that maybe it's a sign, but maybe I'm just making it up. Maybe it's just me trying to apply a meaning to something that has no meaning, right? It's almost like you're not trusting your own intuition, you're not trusting your own soul's messages, and you're invited to be more kind to yourself, to have more compassion towards yourself, and to trust in your gifts more, my pile number 2. Okay, don't close the door to your own voice. Okay, if I can say that. And some of you are like not trusting the signs you're seeing, so you're like, I need one more sign, I need one more sign, I'm hearing one more sign, I'll trust it when I see one more sign. And it's like, one sign is enough. You don't have to wait for one more synchronicity, one more sign to feel like you can trust your soul's guidance, right? It's about trusting to have confidence in your gift first time around without needing constant confirmation, as the universe is telling me right now that you have what it takes to fly, right? You don't have to be like, I don't know, I'm hearing like the butterfly doesn't check every 5 minutes that it still has its wings to fly, right? It trusts that it can fly. It's not looking backwards to be like, do I still have my wings? Oh wait, yeah, I still do. Do I still have my wings? Oh yeah, they're still there. And now, are they still there? Yeah, they're still here. You know, that's not the case. And some of you guys might be constantly looking back to check you still got your wings, like, do I still have them? Oh yeah, they're still here. It's an invitation to trust yourself more, my pile number 2. Trust your intuition, trust your soul's guidance. You don't have to ask for 50 signs. You can trust the first sign you're getting, and the first message you're getting, the first instinct you're getting. Okay, that's super important. Okay, let's pull more cards for you guys. What do we have? Any other messages? Scarecrow. Yeah, some of you are not trusting yourself enough. You are being very extremely hard on yourself, maybe because you're not used to getting spiritual messages, intuitive hits. Maybe you've been so used to living your life in a very logical way that getting intuitive hits and feeling pulls that you can't quite explain logically might feel scary. That is totally understandable, and yet the universe right now and your soul are saying, please listen to us. You can trust it. You don't have to berate yourself. You don't have to doubt yourself. You can trust those instincts. You can trust those intuitive hits, even if they don't make logical sense. They're not there as random things. They're actually signs and synchronicities and ways for your soul and the universe to communicate with you. Continue. Let's see what else. Whoop. Mycelium. Interesting. It's an invitation to rely on your community, your people, my pile number 2. And if some of you have been struggling because you haven't found your people yet, in the sense of finding like-minded souls, people who you feel like you can connect to on a profound soul level, this is letting me know you will very soon encounter those people, find that community, find that soul family, right? With mycelium, we have a community, this idea of gathering of like-minded beings who can feed off each other in a way that's healthy, that is nurturing, that is loving. So if you have those people in your life, my pile number 2 right now, rely on that, spend time with them, nurture those relationships. If you don't have that, trust that they are about to enter your life, that you're about to find your soul family, right? Your soul tribe. I'm hearing super beautiful message right there. You're not gonna be, if you feel alone right now, trust that it won't last very long. I see people on the other side of this pillar, of this portal, waiting to take your hand and be like, hey, come on, we've been waiting for you, let's take you on this walk, we've been waiting for you to join us. It's really beautiful. Okay, let's see what else. We have the ram. Interesting. At the time of me filming, even though this is a general timeless reading, there's going to be a lot of planets in Aries, and some planets have just moved into Aries, and it's going to last for a few years anyway. So Aries, it's for the next couple of years at least, is going to be a sign that affects all of us, regardless of whether you have prominent placements in Aries, because we have Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, and at the time of me filming, we have not yet started Aries season. So there could be some significance here related to Aries in your chart, my pile number 2, regardless of whether you have Aries in your sun, moon, or rising, regardless of whether you have strong placement in your natal chart. Pay attention to where Aries is in your chart, my pile number 2. Have a look right now when you're watching this video, what's going on in the place where Aries is in your chart, because we all have all 12 signs in our charts, right? So have a look, do your, you can do your natal chart online for free. You type your date, your place of birth, date of and time of birth, and you have a look where Aries is in your chart, and have a look if at the moment of you watching there isn't planets doing things in that area. What's going on in your Aries, in the part of your birth chart that has Aries, because there could be some significant movement here, planetary alignments, and it's all linked to your spiritual evolution, spiritual growth. I would not be surprised if some of you have your 12th house in Aries. Actually, I'm hearing 12th house and 9th house I'm hearing for some of you as well. So yeah, have a look. Interesting. Okay, let's pull some more cards. We have detached. It's time to potentially cut some cords. Okay, well, this is interesting. And as part of your ascension, as part of you realizing you had wings all along, as part of you reclaiming your powers, your talent, your gifts, part of that work is also through leaving behind what no longer serves you, right? Here we have this idea of like no longer engaging in denser energetic cords of distraction and leaving the past behind. An emphasis on cord cutting for some of you. So maybe it's about leaving a habit behind, something you do that is taking a lot of your time, that is not good. I don't know, I'm gonna give the example that we can all relate to, because this is like the illness of the 21st century. Doom scrolling. We all do it. Some people do it maybe a little bit too much, right, and spend too much time on their phone at the detriment of potentially paying attention to what's going on around them. It's just an example, but maybe it's time to cut that habit down a little bit and not spend so much time doom scrolling, and instead spending more time listening to your soul's guidance, right? Some of you, maybe it's related to cutting away, like cutting cords energetically of a certain person who you feel still has power over you. Maybe it's someone you haven't even spoken to in years, but the idea of them, you still feel like there's a stone in your heart when you think about them, for example. If that's the case, then maybe it's time to energetically cut some cords, right? So in the sense of there's tons of ways to do that. You can look it up on the internet. One way I like to do it is literally imagine if I'm imagining myself in a bubble of light, and I imagine that there might be strands of light going to lots of different places, and I call them back to myself, bring all of those strands back into my body, and cut, like making sure I'm reclaiming my energy. That's coming through, very important. There's some cords here that need to be cut from my pile number 2. Let's see what else. Healer. I had the sense, I've been talking about gifts, spiritual gifts. Some of you are reclaiming some healing gifts, and it could be through your words, that you're realizing your words have power and it helps people heal and feel better. It could be through your art. You guys like to paint, or you like to dance, or whatever, and through your art you are healing others. It could be through music. It could be through actually you deciding to pursue career, like healing kind of activities. I don't know, maybe some of you have decided to get your Reiki certification because you feel like your soul is calling for you to do that, and that's you reclaiming this gift of healing. I really see that whatever this evolution you guys are stepping into, this evolved version of yourself, this 2.0 version of yourself. It has the power to heal others. And this ascension you're stepping into, it has the power to not just make yourself feel better, but make the people around you and maybe even the world feel better. And that's so important, okay? There's something here around potentially reconciling through cord cutting. You are reclaiming your energy, and it's allowing you to alchemize those parts of yourself towards something that feels lighter, and is helping you to become this, a guardian to a piece of the light that is meant to reach others through them. That's you, my pile number 2. I really feel like you're a guardian to a piece of light that is meant to reach others through them, through your art, through your words, through your energy, whatever it is. There's something here that is not gonna just affect you, but the rest of the world, and could make this a better place. It's important. I'm seeing ripples right on a lake, so don't doubt your gifts, my pile number 2. Super important. Okay, let's pull some more cards. Let's see what else, if there's anything else we need to know for my pile number 2. Let's see. We have the wounded heart. Acknowledge and tend to past emotional wounds. Healing begins with self-compassion. We have 2 compassion cards. Yeah, you guys have been quite hard on yourself and maybe have been doubting your, like I said, your gift, doubting your abilities, doubting your talents, and I'm hearing you've probably shown others more compassion than you've shown yourself. It's time to give yourself the gift of compassion as well, okay? It's time to extend to yourself the same compassion and kindness that you would give someone else. That's exactly what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see what else, if there's any other message for my pile number 2. We have damp and rainy realm, moisture bound, wet serenity, drizzly delight. So interesting, we have 2 mushrooms card. Maybe you guys, you know, mushrooms are linked to like psychic abilities. So for me, again, a reinforcement that some of you are reclaiming or stepping into some psychic gifts, intuitive gifts, and an invitation to really trust that. And maybe some of you have stepped into those gifts or discovered them through working with mushrooms. That's not gonna, you know, I don't know why, but that's coming through. More generally speaking though, I see again this is an invitation to trust in your ability to connect with the right people. If, I don't know, some of you have been thinking about potentially getting your Reiki certification, for example, but you're worried about finding the right clients. You're like, am I going to find people who are interested in what I have to offer? The answer is yes. Trust that as soon as you decide to open the door to the universe saying, hey, I have this thing, do you guys want a piece of it? Do you guys want a piece of this light I'm willing to share with the world? The universe is going to make sure to bring the people that are matched to you to your door. And like a mycelium network, right, you are gonna find your soul family, the right clients for you, the right people for you, the right connections. So if that was a worry, there's an encouragement there to not worry about that. Okay, let's pull one last message for my pile number 2. What do we have? We have the hibiscus. It's in French. I'll translate it for you. Flourish with love and beauty. It says you are feeling a growth of your capacity to love, to appreciate the beauty of your life, and to find beauty in your relationships and in your own self-worth. You guys truly have been potentially feeling a little bit harsh with yourself. You've lacked some compassion. No more. You are stepping into this portal. You are becoming an evolved version of yourself. You are transcending. It's like truly a moment of spiritual evolution for you that comes through also giving yourself the compassion you deserve, giving yourself the love you deserve, giving yourself the attention that you deserve through, and trusting your gifts, trusting your intuition, and knowing by you deciding to step into your light, the right people will find you, that you don't have to be ashamed of who you are, and that really you can step into this kind of role that you have of being a light, right, a lighthouse, and knowing that it's your purpose and no longer doubting yourself and your abilities and your talents and your gifts, whatever those gifts are. Okay. Oh, what a beautiful message. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought you something of value and some comfort, because I felt that was quite a powerful message for my pile number 2. So I really hope it helped you. If it did, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. Until next time, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this particular crystal or if you chose this deck, this is going to be the reading for you. This is actually a French deck. It's called l'Oracle de Tulipe. You're going to see it's very cute and whimsical, and I'm excited to use it for you. As I've said in the intro, today's reading is fully intuitive, it's free-flowing. We're just going to be pulling messages, seeing what the universe has to tell you, seeing if we can get messages around what you need to hear at this moment in time, regardless of when you're clicking this video, just what your soul needs to hear, my pile number 3. Let's get straight in. Let's see what the universe wants you to know, what you need to hear at this moment in time. We have, okay. We have forgetting. We have source. Let me pull another, I'll tell you what we have. And we have force. Okay, forgetting, source, and force. The first thing that's coming through, if some of you were hesitating with watching pile number 2 as well, there might be something in there for you to hear as well. Okay, that's just coming through, the first thing I'm hearing, because energetically it feels like pile number 2 and pile number 3 are tied. So if some of you were like hesitating between 2 and 3, maybe once you've watched this pile, go back to watch pile number 2. There might be a message there for you as well. Okay, my pile number 3 right now might be in a phase where you are finding yourself doubting your strengths, doubting your abilities, doubting yourself. It might be a difficult time right now, in the sense of maybe you are facing difficulties, maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe you're just feeling crushed by what's going on in the world, the energies of the collective. It might be something happening in your life specific that is making you feel like you are losing agency. Okay, I'm gonna give a very real example, like someone who is sick, for example, and who suddenly is no longer able to do things they used to be able to do. That's very difficult. It's very humbling. There's grief related to that. There's all sorts of like difficult feelings that arise, right? This is just an example, but my pile number 3 might be at this moment in time feeling like, due to external circumstances or like energies that are surrounding you, there's a loss of agency, a loss of power, a loss of, for some of you even, you feel like you've lost a piece of yourself. Oof, okay. I'm feeling a little bit like, I feel the emotion. I feel like you guys, it's painful. It's painful. I really sense that my pile number 3 has gone through something very painful, because I can feel it in my chest when I'm reading for this pile. And yet, the universe right now wants to remind you of your power, wants to remind you of your worth, wants to remind you of your value, and wants to say, you know what, it does not matter about these external circumstances. You're still yourself. You're still worthy. Regardless of this external circumstance or these obstacles or these difficulties you've been facing, you're still worthy. My pile number 3. Okay, I feel like some of you feel like you're not worthy of love, of find like abundance, of success, or maybe you feel like you've lost, like I said, a piece of yourself, and so it feels really hard to feel like fully authentic and fully like you can step into your light, and yet you still hold that sacred fire within you. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take away your light, my pile number 3. And even though right now it may feel like your inner fire is just little embers and there's not much left, you have everything within you to rekindle it so that it's a huge fire. okay? So nobody and no one can take away your light, can take away your worth, can take away your what makes you shiny and beautiful and worthy and special. And some of you have forgotten that. Some of you have forgotten your strengths. You've forgotten your uniqueness. You have forgotten how special you are. So this is a message of reminding you, reminding you that you're worthy inherently. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You are worthy of love just the way you are. You're worthy of feeling happy just the way you are. You're worthy of feeling supported just the way you are. It's also it's like a message reminding you of your strengths. You are strong, resilient, and you have what it takes, my pile number 3. Don't doubt yourself, okay? And so this is a message about doubting yourself. This is why some of you will be called to watch pile 2 as well, because that's tied. But for my pile number 3, more generally speaking, it is really linked to you have forgotten that you are special. and the universe is like, hey, look at yourself. You're amazing the way you are. You're worthy just the way you are. And your soul, your gifts, your personality deserve to be heard, deserve to be shared with the world. And you don't have to prove anything, right? It's just the way you are is already perfect, regardless of what's going on, regardless of external circumstances. Some of you have forgotten how special you are. And the universe is like, hey, let me blow some wind on the embers of your inner fire so we can rekindle that until it burns brightly again, until you feel confident again, until you remind yourself, I am that bee. Okay. I love that. Okay, let's pull some more cards. It's a message of remembering who you are, remembering your strengths, remembering your talent, remembering your abilities, remembering your gifts. Super beautiful. Okay. Cave. Yep. Some of you have been in the cave, metaphorically, so long you've grown used to seeing in the dark without any light. It's like metaphorically, your eyes have developed this ability to see in the dark and to just accept being in this struggle, in this like metaphorical cave, and being used to not having any light. And yet you're worthy of seeing fully. You're worthy of reaching for light. You're worthy of stepping out and leaving the cave. And you're worthy of celebrating your inner fire and of shining bright. You're worthy of not feeling like you have to dim yourself. And so while some of you may have feel like you've been metaphorically in a cave for so long, you're used to seeing in the dark, you don't even need light anymore. The universe is like, no, we're gonna bring back the light, we're gonna be stepping back out into the sun, because guess what, you deserve some sunlight as well. You deserve to shine bright. You deserve to feel like you can fully step into your power and be yourself and be authentic, just as you are. Okay? Wow, this is powerful message. Let's see what else. We have seeds and we have anomaly. Yes, so see, you guys, some of you have been feeling like you're weird, you're strange, you're different, and you've been berating yourself, feeling shame around that because you're like, I don't fit in, I'm different, my day-to-day or myself, my body, my image, whatever it is different, and I feel like I don't fit in, and I feel like I feel like a freak. That's what I'm hearing. Oof. And you guys are not, right? You guys are beautiful just as you are, you're worthy just as you are, and you've got power and talents and gifts and a light that the world needs. So don't put yourself in a cave because you feel like you're like an anomaly and you're like, I'm gonna hide myself away because I don't feel like I fit in. No, step out. It's time to step out of the cave, my pile number 3. Okay, it's time to step out of the cave and fly your freak flag high and be like, okay, maybe I'm different. Maybe I don't have the day-to-day life that other people have. Maybe I don't have the same dreams they have. Maybe I don't have the same job they have, or the same aspiration, or maybe my brain doesn't work the same way other people do, or maybe my body doesn't work the same way people do. But you know what? I'm still worthy of being in the light, of being fully myself, and of stepping into my power. And we have seeds saying there's something here that is waiting to blossom in your life, and it's coming from you giving yourself the authorization to leave that cave and step into the light. You don't have to be ashamed of yourself, my pile number 3. You can shine bright. You're worthy of it inherently. You don't have to prove anything. Just exactly as you are. There's power there. There's something there that you are invited to share with the world. It will happen as soon as you realize that there's nothing wrong with you. Some of you have been maybe holding on to this feeling that there's something wrong with you, again with this anomaly card, and there's nothing wrong with you guys. You're perfect just the way you are, okay? I really feel like some of you need to hear that. Oof, I feel a little bit emotional right now. Just giving that message is really, really powerful. My pile number 3, you've been going through it, and I feel like some of you really need to hear that there's nothing wrong with you. You're perfect just as you are, okay? Let's pull some more cards. Let's see what else we have for my pile number 3. Expansion. Recognizing your sovereignty and taking up space in your own life. Hell yes. Confident self-expression. Hell yes. My pile number 3. This is it. You're invited right now to recognize your sovereignty, recognize your worth, recognize how beautiful, how great you are, and start taking up space. You've put yourself in that cave because you felt like you were a weirdo or different or an anomaly or whatever it is. And the universe is like, no, we're going to push you out of that cave and show the world how special you are, because you know what? You deserve to take space too. You don't have to hide in that cave. You're not Quasimodo, my pile number 3. You're not going to be hiding in the bell tower. Hell no. You are invited to step into the light, take center stage, and tell the world, hey, this is me, you know? I love that. Okay. Let's see what else. Empowerment, acknowledging personal strengths and gifts, accepting spiritual downloads, realization of personal significance. Exactly, self-worth, self-fulfillment, born out of self-love. I mean, you guys, the cards are reading themselves. Truly, it's a time where my pile number 3 is finally realizing that they can love themselves just the way they are. You acknowledge your strengths, you're acknowledging your gifts you had forgotten. You'd forgotten that part of yourself, maybe. You'd let yourself, put yourself in that metaphorical cave. No more. You're going to reclaim that part of yourself, step into a moment, or step into a version of you that is feeling worthy, fulfilled, loving towards themselves, and it's a time of empowerment. I love to see that. Such a beautiful message for my pile number 3. Honestly, I'm pumped for you guys. Really powerful. Let's see. What else? Spiritual bypassing, avoiding pain with positive delays, growth, embrace the full spectrum of your emotions. You know what I'm hearing is that whilst you've been super potentially hard with yourself, and maybe even ashamed of yourself for some of you, and lacking compassion, and metaphorically putting yourself in a cave, dimming your light, just not really believing in yourself anymore. I have a feeling the people around you haven't even noticed, because my pile number 3 may even have the tendency to showcase that they're fine. People around you will be like, oh yeah, they're fine. No, they seem fine. They're doing fine. They just, they don't seem any different. They seem fine. deep down you're not fine. You're struggling. You're like having this inner battle with yourself, lacking self-love, lacking self-worth, being extra harsh on yourself, but you're not even sharing that with other people around you because, I don't know, maybe you don't want to burden them, maybe you're just so used to putting a smile on your face, maybe some of you are masking, I don't know. There's a sense of you've been putting on a brave face, my pile number 3. Let me know if that speaks to you, but again, this is a moment where you're like, you know what, no more. I'm not going to put on a brave face anymore. I'm going to reconnect with myself, my authenticity fully, and I'm no longer going to feel the need to pretend I'm okay or to put on a brave face. Hearing like some of you are going to remove some masks and it's going to feel really, really good. We have the mountain. Yeah, elevation and perspective. It's a time of growth, a time of elevation, and it's also a time of finally the struggle ending, right? You've struggled to the top of that mountain, but now that you're at the top, you can see the stars. You can metaphorically remember to reach for the stars, to see the light, to reconnect to source, reconnect to your strengths, everything we've talked about, coming out of the cave. It's about you stepping into your power and you elevating and this idea of like expansion coming into your life. Really, really beautiful. I love that. Okay, last card. Let's see if we have one last message. For my pile number 3, we have the gecko, regeneration, resilience. You are getting an increased capacity to regenerate and to remain flexible towards any changes, any obstacles. You're finding a new strength and a renewed energy. I mean, come on. What's not to love? Literally the perfect summary for you guys reading. Wow. How powerful, my pile number 3. You've forgotten who you were, but you're remembering now how special you are, how worthy you are. And I'm so happy for you. Really meaningful. So thank you so much for letting me read the cards for you. It was really an honor. I hope it spoke to you. I hope it brought you something of value. If it did, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. Until next time, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye!